Spoiler alert! Today we're talking about twist endings. You shouldn't talk about them in your commercials. Don't! I gave it away. I'm so careless. I really don't like spoilers. Even the worst movies have the right to be watched from beginning to end and have the potential to surprise you. Now, not every movie has a twist that can have it be spoiled, but the more you hear about a movie going in, the more likely you are to start to figure out what happens in it. Especially if it's that second trailer for Terminator Genesis. Wow, they just gave everything away there. Couldn't hold on to it, could they? Now, people who spoil movies deliberately, excluding some examples that apparently enter the zeitgeist, like, let's say, Empire Strikes Back, those people are just the worst. They just ruin fun. I've unfollowed people on Twitter for doing that. I've ended friendships over doing that. You think I'm kidding? I really don't like spoilers. Now, sometimes a movie critic will actually spoil the movie on purpose, usually with some very ample warning. Bob Chipman spoiled The Visit in his review, and I remember some other critic back in the day talking about the end of The Life of David Gale. I couldn't find that one, though. That was contemporary to when the movie came out back in 2002, 3, something. So this apparently can all be like some sort of relative value to whether you think the movie is even worth talking about without talking about the end. Now that's all fine. But could someone explain to me the logic behind advertising your movie by telling everyone that there's a twist in it? Did it ever occur to them that telling the people that there's a twist, they're going to give the game away, and now the audience can start anticipating what that twist is, and it makes it sort of pointless? Okay, it's not always possible to guess what the twist of a movie will be, depending how exotic and crazy it is. But let's take one of the more obvious examples. The Village. Now, I never saw The Village, but you know why? I didn't freaking have to. I saw the trailers and thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if it turned out that... And what do you know? I was right. They didn't even advertise that there was a twist, but M. Night just wrote himself into a corner with that one. By golly, he caught what he was safe after the non-twistiness of Signs. No, sir. Sure, there are always going to be dullards out there who, even if you told them there's a twist, would not be able to see it coming. And then there are the people out there, the smarty pantsers, who will always see it coming, somehow. But I think putting it in the commercials would just ruin it for the people in between. The people who can sometimes see it, but not always see it. And then once you tell them, then their mind starts working. It's like, where's it? Where's it going to be? And I think it wrecks it. I remember Yahtzee of Zero Punctuation talking about a certain game which has a twist. I won't say which one, but I'll link it down below if you're really interested. Anyway, something in the game gave him the sense that there would be some sort of twist. He said himself the twists he came up with in his mind were way more interesting than the ones that the game actually came up with. Now that's how I felt when watching The Visit. Maybe it's just because that movie is awful, and it was so clearly building up to some grand reveal that they're really proud of, that my mind just wandered and I made up my own crazy twists in my mind. Look, I won't say what actually happened in The Visit, but it doesn't turn out that the grandparents are werewolves, and neither are they witches who will cook the children into cookies. Look, everyone likes to be surprised at the movies, unless you're surprised the movie's bad. But it's hard enough to execute any twist without botching it somewhere along the line, or someone giving it away. The only thing that I can see that advertising a twist does is it takes away some of that surprise and makes going to the movies just a little bit less fun. Now maybe you're out there telling me, oh, they do that to sell more tickets. Well, if you mean like they're like, look, you gotta see it before one of your thoughtless friends spoils it for you, or until Twitter comes out and talks about it that very day, or someone writes an article about the ending of the movie, or Neil deGrasse Tyson tweets something about the ending. Yeah, okay, I get that. But if it's like, you have to see what happens, I'm like, no. That's basically the equivalent of those red arrows and circles on YouTube thumbnails. I don't have to do anything. I don't care what you're pointing at. I just look at what happens online if I must. Not as much fun, but it's free. And if you really want to surprise me that the character in your movie is an entirely emotionless, artificial being more machine than human, whose existence is the source of many philosophical questions as to why men with money decided to loose this creation of the public at large, maybe don't cast Kate Mara. What, Hayden Christensen wasn't available? Ugh.